Welcome everyone. My name is Maurice Brown. My edX username is MauriceBrown01 and my GitHub username is mbrown58. This video was recorded on October 18th, 2025 and discusses a data breach that occurred on July 25th, 2025. In this presentation, we'll explore the T dating app data breach. I chose this particular incident because it entailed multiple cybersecurity failures and involved several lapses in standard security measures that we covered in this course, including securing data, encrypting data, securing systems, and preserving privacy. In this video, we'll review how the breach occurred, what technologies were involved, and what lessons we can learn from it. This analysis focuses on security failures in data retention, data security, and privacy preservation. The T dating app was launched in 2022 by Sean Cook, a software engineer who previously worked at Salesforce and Shutterfly. He intended it to be a woman-focused dating app promoting safety after witnessing his own mother's online dating experiences, which he classified as terrifying. It became popular quickly, offering a way for users to share experiences and report unsafe interactions. By July 2025, T was among the top social apps in the world, with Apple's US store reporting it as the #1 app as of July 24th. In the weeks prior to the breach, downloads for the app were up by 525% compared to the week before, and T posted to their Instagram account that they had reached 4 million users. This explosive growth made it a more attractive target. The breach occurred on Friday, July 25th, 2025. Users from internet group 4chan claimed to have discovered an exposed database hosted on Firebase, Google's mobile app development platform. Users were able to access people's personal data, including selfies and driver licenses, and they began posting this information online. T also confirmed that the breach exposed some direct messages in the app, but said this was data from 2 years ago. A legacy storage system, no longer in active use, was compromised. Around 72,000 images were exposed, including 13,000 selfies and photo IDs from user verification. Another 59,000 images that were publicly viewable in the app from posts, comments, and direct messages were also accessed, according to the company's statement. No contact details like email or phone numbers were leaked, but the exposure of identifiable photos still created major privacy risks. T's app relied on Google Cloud's Firebase platform. The breach involved a legacy storage database archived in compliance with law enforcement requirements related to cyberbullying prevention. Because it wasn't properly secured or isolated, attackers found a way in through that outdated system and were able to access user information. Although T had put in security measures for updated information, this database, which contained information from users who joined prior to February 24th, 2024, was not secured. As a result, an unauthorized actor accessed an identifier link where that data was stored. The impact was serious. Although the breach did not include any user email addresses or phone numbers, exposed facial images on the driver licenses are considered biometric data. This creates risk for identity theft, deepfakes, or online harassment. Online trolls also claim to have sourced the metadata included in the photos and used it to make a map of T subscribers' locations. For T, this incident severely damaged user trust and undermined the brand's core promise of safety and privacy for women. Several issues led to this breach. First, T failed to delete verification selfies as promised. Secure deletion of the old data could have prevented it from unauthorized access. Second, their legacy data system was not properly secured. Encryption of the database could have prevented the exposed data from being read. In addition, had they password protected the database, it could have prevented access to the user information once the file was compromised. Third, unauthorized access suggests weak access controls. Had they employed some type of authentication like multi-factor authentication or one-time passwords, they could have prevented access to the account where the database was stored. Finally, the company lacked continuous monitoring tools that could have detected the attack sooner and alerted them to anyone attempting to access the identifier link that pointed to the old database. T responded by launching a full forensic investigation with external experts. During their official response, they stated, "We have engaged third-party cybersecurity experts and are working around the clock to secure our systems. At this time, we have implemented additional security measures and have fixed the data issue. We are currently working to determine the full nature and scope of information involved in the incident. Protecting our users' privacy and data is our highest priority. We are taking every necessary step to ensure the security of our platform and prevent further exposure." T also stated that they migrated to a more robust and secure solution, which has rendered that any new users from February 2024 until now were not connected to the images involved in the incident. During the early stages of development, T required users to provide selfies and IDs as an added layer of safety to ensure only women were signing up for the app. This requirement has subsequently been removed. One of the users of the T app has filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of herself and other T users affected by the data breach. The complaint is suing T over its alleged failure to properly secure and safeguard personally identifiable information. The complaint alleges that Internet users claim to have mapped the locations of T users based on metadata contained from the leaked images. Thus, instead of empowering women, T has actually put them at risk of serious harm. The complaint is seeking class action status, damages for those affected in an amount to be determined, and certain requirements for T to improve its data storage and handling practices. The T data breach is a reminder that cybersecurity is only as strong as the weakest legacy system. Modern apps thrive on user trust, and losing it can be far more costly than any technical repair. Adopting cybersecurity best practices such as multi-factor authentication, one-time passwords, and privileged access to secure accounts, along with the use of data encryption, passwords, and secure deletion to protect data, can greatly aid an organization in their endeavors to protect both their users and their reputations. Thank you for watching.